Hey there, COVID kids. Welcome to this show. We've got everything today from bodywork to roof work to detail work. It's all happening right behind me, so let's go have a look. Hey, thanks for joining me on my channel. Got lots to show you on today's show. It's been a bit of a slow week for me because I've had coronavirus. Not the coronavirus, but a cold. But it's laid me out flat on my back for the last week, so not a lot done. And today is a 40-degree day, so it's slowing progress down even more. But I do have a lot to show you. A lot of stuff to pack into the episode today. But first, we're just going to have a quick look at a year ago at what things were looking like at the old build as we unearth some old footage. Let's have a look. Well, I am often lamenting how slow I feel the build is going, but it is good to see that footage from a year ago because it shows that progress has been made, and I am quite pleased with how a lot of things are going. So cool to see, cool to see. Anyways, let's continue on. The journey will wrap up where I was left off with some little details in the bedroom here, and then we'll get to some of the big stuff down in the back. Let's go. So getting close to getting this little wall completed, finally, sort of, mostly, kind of. I say that in an uncertain manner because I don't have the table done as such. I don't have all the mechanisms worked out in terms of connecting the table pieces together, but this wall will soon kind of look like it's going to be when it's finished. Time for a coat of paint. Another rainy spring day. So I'm doing my rainy day, spring day project, indoor project today, which is just a little tiny detail thing. I'm just doing a couple of shelves actually. One is this shelf for hiding our Wi-Fi in the corner, so that it's kind of not ugly and wires everywhere and stuff like that. So I've put a little PowerPoint up in the corner, and and just putting this little shelf together that will kind of hide everything up there nice and tidy, and then doing another shelf below that will be the kind of like a general shelf, but also Heidi wanted something a little bit unique, which is like she always throws her clothes over the back of a chair. So she thought she wasn't going to change her habits. She wanted to have something that worked with the way she operates. So we're building a little extra piece on the front of the shelf that will basically be like a pseudo back of a chair, but it could also be taken out, removed, and then just be a normal shelf if we want it to be like that. So I got my kick-ass heavy-duty track today for my counterbalance bed. It's basically just it'll be kind of to hold the bed in kind of a nice steady movement while it moves up and down, but it won't kind of be weight bearing as such. But I wanted to make sure it was kind of beefy and really could hold the bed kind of securely. So yeah, it's got a sort of killer big bearing and strong nylon wheel and stuff like that. So it should do the job for that part of it. All right, so we're taking a walk down Adventure Alley today. We are in front of the air conditioner, as you can see, which I installed some time back, but I've never actually seen if it works. Probably a good idea before we sort of stake everything around the installation of this thing through the place. and just in case I run out of time to take it back if something's wrong. So one thing that's kind of unique about this air conditioner is it was made for an RV, and for some reason it's got a very high startup amperage, 20 amps, which is quite high, and nothing I have around here can test that, which is the reason why I've waited this long. So I've got my trusty generator here, and we're going to see if it works still, because it hasn't been used for ages. And yeah, it can take the current that's required for the kick start to the air conditioner. After that, the air conditioner doesn't actually take that much energy. Anyways, we're going to see if my cobble together electrical and all this kind of stuff generator will do the trick, and see if this thing works. Interesting. So the compressor is going, as you can probably hear. I've found the remote control that I need to operate this thing with, and we need to try out this infrared thing that I've got for the first time to see if it works. Ooh, I hear something. Something's turned on. Ooh. There's air coming out of this top. Pumping out of there. See, it's coming out this other one. Woo! Cold air pumping out. So yeah, so we got a third vent here. It's coming out nice and strong everywhere. Wow, it's cold too. Fantastic. Let's go look outside and see how the unit looks. All right, really pleased with the first test of the air conditioner. Everything worked as expected, which is always nice. I was really impressed with the pressure that was coming through all three vents, and yeah, fantastic. You know, really good result to see that it was working. Our neighborhood's getting a bit busy. We've just added another tiny house builder to the group. Another person who's decided to undertake the challenge of renovating a semi-trailer. And yeah, so Josh has a little bit of a different one. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see. He's got a bit of a gooseneck kind of style trailer, and it's not lined like ours with the refrigerated walls. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how he fits his out. It's a little bit different. All right, so I've gone and done it. I have made the transition. I am now sporting the proper attire for my head after a long time of being a Leafs wearer. Which is the only reason I got it was because I wasn't a Toronto Maple Leafs ice hockey fan. As such, I was just born in Toronto and am Canadian and had a late maple leaf on it many years ago when I came to Australia. I just thought I couldn't get a Canucks hat, so I was like, this will represent me as a Canadian. Anyways, after getting a lot of grief from people like my mate Jesse. Jesse, this is for you. I've officially got donning the Canucks hat to stop you from pestering me about being a Leafs fan. Anyways, moving on to a new era. All right, so I've decided to put in a back wall in the pan here. So as you can see behind me, we've just got the original doors on there still. And I think we decided that we wanted to have a bit of a tidier kind of back and something more usable, because we do want access to things like the back of our composting toilet to provide the supply, like composting material and so on to put in the toilet. And so we want to put some bins on the back of the vehicle, plus an easier door access to our storage area. So it made sense just to kind of make a nice tidy kind of back on here, seal it up properly, because the doors aren't very weather tight anymore. They've got bad rubber and so on. So yeah, just kind of give it a tidier look, and when we do clad it, it'll kind of be a little bit more easy to match everything up and make it look a little bit more like a house. So Step one is taking off the stuff that I put here on the, when I first started working on the house. I did all this kind of stuff on the entryway just to kind of seal up the bottom of the door a bit better, tidy it up a bit. I never really liked it that much. It was always a bit messy, I thought. And of course I used liquid nails on it, so it's secured really well. So step one of doing the door is to remove this layer, which isn't going to be all that pleasant. All right, well, day one of building the back wall was a bit of it sort of ended with a bit of a whimper because I couldn't get things working the way I wanted them to. It was a bit frustrating, but we've got a bit of a goal today. As you can probably see, the weather is going to be my defining factor of trying to get this wall up. So such is my challenge for the day, and see if we can do this. About 5 or 6 hours in, and it's been an absolute shit show today. Why does it have to be so hard? Anyways, the wall is going up to some degree, but every corner has been a battle. So we got some plastic over the wall. This time it's not because of actual leaking like the plastic over the skylight. That naughty bugger. This time it's because I just didn't get the wall finished. And I thought, oh man, 8 or 9 hours, I should be able to put a little bit of a framing thing up. Every possible thing went wrong today. Let's hope that tomorrow is a better day. My masterpiece. Getting there. Looks like a wall. So I'm getting close to cladding my back door kind of area, the wall at the back of the pan here. And it's going to be a bit deceptive actually, because as you can see, a lot of light comes in through this kind of back area. And when that's completely walled off for good, it's going to show me the real light in here. And yeah, it might actually be a lot darker in here than I think. It's a lovely hot and sunny day today. Well, not that hot, but got a stingy sun. Shades of things to come, I'm sure. Shades? I'm standing in the feature doorway, just currently building my door. I was looking for a door to make, but couldn't find anything really suitable, so kind of doing kind of a barn style kind of a woodsy door. Nice as that. Works well too. Super smooth. Fits well. Wow. Feel like a real carpenter. Don't be ridiculous. Well, it's time to change this semi-trailer into a bit more of a house. We're We're gonna get rid of these doors. Woo! Apparently it's actually, well, according to what I can see, it's a lot easier than it looks. It's just a matter of getting some cotter pins out of the pins that hold the door in, and they should just pop out. Door should fall down. End of story. We'll see if that is the case. Gravity and these rusty little pins are all that's holding these huge heavy doors in place, basically. Nice, isn't it? Oh, how tidy it is. Nice tidy corner now. It's like it went on a little diet. It's kind of slimmed it down a bit at the back end here. I like it. And this hardware is actually quite cool because I think I can almost see like using part of the latch or something like that as like a door latch for the back, kind of little things to pay homage to the door itself. Might take off these heavy duty metal rods as well, which actually probably are very hefty. I mean, it probably could be used for something. Alright, so I've had a couple of very disrupted days with weather, as it is with this time of the year. I'm trying to get my little back wall done, which I've been working on for longer than I expected I would. Anyways, just working on this little box holder thing. It's going to be for holding our composting material for our toilet. So these two little bins, one's they just have two different types of composting material. And then just above it here, there's going to be a couple of drawers. Basically, this little area here is going to be kind of like these two little bins that you can take the material to put into your compost toilet, and then the other side has the bulk storage for that. So I'm taking advantage of this beautiful sunny day to cut a hole in my roof. Yes, I know it seems absolutely mental to be doing such a thing, but I'm going to attempt to put a drain in the bad part of my roof and finally, once and for all, drain away all this water and hopefully not create any new leaking problems. So the idea is that I'm going to attach this little fancy little thing, which is called a puddle stopper or something like that, meant for your shower. So this will be sitting on the roof, and then I can actually seal it up properly and paint over the surface here, and then the water will obviously go down. Yeah, we'll see how we go with that. So that's the plan. Eek! Here we go, cutting into the whole roof again. Alright, so we have got the pipe fitting through here. It's adhesively attached directly to the fiberglass, which I stripped back to, as you saw. And it's been PVC cemented to itself on the other side. It looks like this little puddle flange is pretty much foolproof because of the way it's shaped. So everything has to funnel down inside the pipe, and yeah, so it looks like it should be pretty good. And a little bit of polyurethane sealant, because you know I'm going to be sealing the shit out of this thing. Selleys Flexi Seal, multi-purpose adhesive and sealant, polyurethane. It's definitely the stuff to use. It's very strong, very, very sticky stuff. And yeah, it bonds much, much better than silicone in terms of longevity and weatherproofing, UV protection, the whole works. It's expensive, much more expensive than silicone, probably about double the price. But if you want to be sure that this stuff is going to work, it will definitely work. This is very good. All right, so we got all this stuff pretty much installed. As you can see, I've got the pipe fitted in and sealed. It got it coming through the wall nice and tidily, and then just cemented up that. Since it's the fiber cement, I've got a bit of cement, which fixed that up. And then on this side, I did the same, just cemented the rest of it into the wall. Had it just creep around the corner, and for now, it'll just dribble out over the edge down the side of the pan, or I can add an extra bit of pipe there if I want to. I'll let it all dry for a day, and then I'll give everything a bit of a once over with the rubber paint. All right, so this morning we're going to try the old bucket test. Now, I mean, looking at it, there seems to be like no possible way for water to escape anywhere, but given my track record, I will not say that anything is impossible. So let's give it a try. Well, I think I'm going to call that a success. No leakage. Yeah, it might pool a little bit around the entrance to the thing, but really, like, it'll drain like probably 90% of the water, so that's good enough for me. We got compost boxes. Yay! All right, so I concluded today with a coat of paint, a bit of a weather seal. It's the same stuff I use on the roof, because we are going to be cladding this eventually. But for now, I just wanted to completely weather seal all the gaps and all that. But yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice. Well, thanks for joining me on that episode. I hope you enjoyed what you saw. It was a big episode, a big, chunky, hunky, monkey of an episode with lots of stuff in it. But yeah, I hope hopefully you found it quite cool and not boring. I'm always just filming stuff for my own benefit here. So if you like what you see, then please do subscribe. And I'll put out a video occasionally when I feel like it, and maybe you'll watch it. All right. Thanks again, tiny house lovers, and we'll see you at the next video session. Take care.
Wow.